Hello and welcome to Marketing Edge on TV, Nigeria's leading initiative in the business of brand management and the management of brand business. It is a 30-minute potpourri of brand news, branding focus, industry conversation, all in the mix aimed at promoting the brand idea. My name is Dele Agadumo.
It's insightful, it's exciting, it's enriching. It's Marketing Edge on TV, a half-hour TV show on the business of brand management and the management of brand business. Marketing Edge on TV is a potpourri of juicy and exclusive industry news on brands, advertising, media, PR, branding focus, industry conversation, and the entire gamut of integrated marketing communications business. It's a business show with glamour and grandeur. We serve you hot and sizzling with all ingredients in the mix. Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand ideal.
You're welcome to Brand News. The Outdoor Advertising Association of Nigeria, OAAN, has hosted an event in honor and recognition of exemplary icons in the outdoor advertising industry. The maiden edition, tagged Night of the Legends, was held on 9th of December 2020 at the banquet hall of the Exquisite Country Club in Highbrow, Ikeja GRA, here in Lagos. Three former presidents of the association, Chief Folusho Babu Akimbobola, High Chief JAS Kolawole Oyekon, and Pa Simeon Olagere, were honored on the occasion of the industry event. The glamorous event lived up to its billing as it attracted dignitaries from the advertising industry and beyond. Among the dignitaries at the occasion was the Doyen of Advertising and Chairman of Troika Holdings, Biodun Shobanjo, Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria APCON Registrar, Lekon Fadolapo, Lagos State Signage and Advertisement Agency, LASA, Managing Director, Prince Adedamola Dosemo, Outdoor Advertising Association of Nigeria, OAAN President Emmanuel Ajufo, Media Independent Practitioners of Nigeria, MIPAN President Femi Adelusi, and many others. In his welcome address, OAAN President Emmanuel Ajufo eulogized the past leaders of the outdoor advertising industry, noting that their selfless service and sacrifice have put the industry in good stead. The Nigerian Breweries has commissioned a 5.1 billion naira ultra-modern automated PET line at the company's Ijebode Brewery in Ogun State. The formal commissioning was done by Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun alongside other prominent personalities, including the Honorable Minister for Trade and Investment, Otumba Niyi Adebayo, and the Awujale of Ijebuland, Oba Sikiru Adetono. According to the Nigerian Breweries, the PET line has the capacity to produce up to 24,000 bottles of drinks per hour, and it is designed with the latest technology, and it is fully automated to meet world-class safety and quality requirements. The plant is expected to become a central supply and a critical enabler to the company's plans to export drinks across West Africa and beyond, satisfying the refreshment needs of millions of Nigerians and Africans. The new factory is expected to increase the company's output of non-alcoholic drinks of high quality for the local and international markets, increase employment opportunities, and also open the door to investments. Responding to feedback through Yellow Clinic, an engagement session between MTN executives and business owners, MTN is setting machineries in motion to launch a new mobile application exclusively for Nigerian SMEs. Addressing participants during this year's event, the company's Chief Enterprise Business Officer, Linda St. Wafo, said, "Your feedback through these sessions help us serve you better. We now understand that ICT applications are a great need in most of our businesses as they help provide easier ways to manage customers. With that, we are birthing a set of customer relations management applications made specifically for Nigerian SMEs. TVC News has won the most prestigious media award of the year the NMMA Award for Best Television Station of the Year in Nigeria. Accepting the award at the ceremony held at the Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja, Lagos on Friday, 18th December 2020, CEO of TVC Communications, Andrew Hanlon, said, "I commend and sincerely thank the distinguished judges of the NMMA for choosing TVC News as the recipient of this accolade. The award is gratefully accepted on behalf of all journalists, producers, technicians, and the multitude of staff who work both in front of and behind the cameras." And he says they have all worked incredibly hard this year, and it is they who deserve this recognition. TVC News journalist Sharon Ijason was also awarded the accolade of Television Reporter of the Year at this ceremony. The award is an acknowledgement that even in the face of adversity and crisis, an independent, strong, credible and free media is an essential part of a democracy in Nigeria, and TVC News remains here to serve the public with balanced, accurate and unbiased news every day, no matter what. Renet Limited, an integrated marketing communications company, held an award and reward ceremony to honor its members of staff for their loyalty and invaluable dedication to the company. The event, which held at the Necker House, Ikeja, was graced by the presence of the OAAN President Steve Babeko, Managing Director TBWA Concept Kelechi Nwosu, and other distinguished personalities. Speaking on what informed his decision to celebrate the landmark despite economic odds, Phileas Osubo, MD CEO Renet Limited, who was also marking his 60th birthday, explained that it felt right and deserving to honor his staff for their selfless dedication to the growth of the organization. Mrs. Olalere Elizabeth, popularly referred to as Mama Renet, was honored for her invaluable contribution to the company. Currently serving as the company's manager of corporate promotions, Mrs. Olalere has joined Renet as a client service executive in 2005. Mr. Adeniyi Richards was also rewarded for his 14 years of loyal service, and Adekoke Kemisola for her 10-year landmark at the company. The Grand Long Service Award was bestowed on Mr. Isaac Asemota, the current head of media and accounts at Renet. Mr. Asemota, who joined the company in 2000, spoke on how the managing director, Phileas Osubo, has impacted his life and his family through his generosity and dedication to the improvement of his staff's welfare. The annual Marketing Edge Orphanage Celebration and Products Presentation recently received a big boost as 3 leading corporate brands lent their support to the CSR initiative. The 3 corporate giants are Eat and Go, Friesland Campina, and Hayat Kimia, who have donated their products as a mark of endorsement and support for the charity initiative. In the last 10 years, Marketing Edge, Nigeria's foremost marketing publication, has been providing support for orphanages as a mark of its corporate social responsibility during Yuletide celebrations, with a view to bringing hope and aspiration to the less privileged in the society. Many orphanages have benefited from this noble initiative. The product support from Friesland Campina include several cartons of Peak yogurt and Peak evaporated milk. Hayat Kimia is supporting the initiative with many cartons of its flagship product, Molfix diapers, while Eat and Go, a franchise of Domino Pizzas, is donating pizzas for the children of the orphanage as part of the charity initiative. Receiving the products on behalf of Marketing Edge, Deputy General Manager Marketing Ogechi Odigbo thanked the various companies for supporting Marketing Edge and giving back to the society. And also commenting on the support from the corporate bodies, publisher CEO Marketing Edge, John Ajayi, said, "Our sincere appreciation goes to our corporate partners for supporting our initiative to provide for the orphanage. Orphanages are facing a lot of difficulties to finance their operations at this critical period of our economy." And that's it on Brand News on Marketing Edge on TV. Coming up next is Branding Focus.
While the city slept, we installed a board in the middle of a park with something special hidden inside. We wondered if people would notice. They didn't, so we invited Nigerians to add their polls to the scene, whichever way they chose to. Some literally added their own polls. Some sang, others rapped, and even recited poetry. As they added their polls, the board came alive. Hidden figures broke free from obscurity, inspired by the crowd expressing themselves.
You know you can't do anything.
Because why blend in when you can stand out? MTN polls. Do you? Dial *406# to join.
You're welcome to Branding Focus on Marketing Edge on TV. Everything that has happened in the year 2020, from the global COVID-19 pandemic to the logjam in the United States presidential elections and the NSAS protests in Nigeria, among many others, has shown that we have entered a new era. At the local and global levels, rules, beliefs, and practices that existed for decades have suddenly been toppled. Without suggesting that brands can fix society's problems, it is pertinent to say that marketers can offer messages of reassurance and shift the conversation to what is next and how we will get there. At the moment, the world needs brand leadership that is rooted in something above and beyond cliches. How can marketing communications messages reflect what companies do and what brands stand for? From B2B marketing that preaches the importance of resilience to Apple's gentle reminder that, yes, creativity goes on despite all challenges. Steve Jobs, in one of his classic clips, said, "People don't remember much about a company. In a complicated, noisy world, it is important to be clear about what we want people to know. Marketing is about values." Jobs' assertion is as important now as it was a generation ago. To put it slightly differently, in a noisy and complex year, 2020, how can brands and marketers add meaning while communicating their values? According to Dentsu's CMO survey 2020, titled "Leading in Uncertain Times," the role of the Chief Marketing Officer is more difficult than ever. The research, based on a survey of 200+ CMOs in the US in global context, outlines how the #1 challenge these market leaders are facing is understanding which 2020 consumer behaviors will fade away and which habits are here to stay. The report goes further to reveal that CMOs who feel better prepared to navigate the crisis are more likely to view the role of marketing as creating the best customer experience possible and meeting challenges with disruptive innovation and new products and services, while their less prepared counterparts continue to focus on business as usual, growth, transformation, and price optimization. It will take a long time to put the singular experience of 2020 behind us, but the new era of purpose-driven marketing is not a temporary solution. It is here to stay. And marketers owe it to the world and to their audiences to keep values and purpose front and center in their communications. And that was Branding Focus on Marketing Edge on TV. Coming up next is Industry Conversation. Stay with us. To Industry Conversation on Marketing Edge on TV, and this week we're speaking with Emmanuel Ajufo, President, Outdoor Advertising Association of Nigeria, OAAN. He's the Chief Executive Officer of Opportunity to See Limited, a frontline out-of-home advertising company with corporate office in Lagos. Before setting up Opportunity to See Limited, he had worked in some of the best out-of-home advertising companies in Nigeria. He started as a trainee manager with Clean Sight, now Optimum Exposures Limited, in 1990 and rose to the position of a senior manager before moving to Invent Media Limited, where he left as general manager to join Marketing and Media Limited, which he left as managing director in 2008. Ajufo is a member of the Outdoor Advertising Association of Nigeria, OAAN, where he is the current president. This is after being the vice president, general secretary, assistant general secretary, and chairman, Billboard Monitoring and Compliance Committee of OAAN over the years. He's also the general secretary of the West African Outdoor Association. Emmanuel Ajufo is a law graduate and has a master's degree in business administration. An alumnus of both the Lagos Business School and Kenya Business School, the professional cum entrepreneur has attended various trainings, conferences, and workshops, both locally and internationally. You're welcome to the program, Mr. Ajufo.
Thank you, madam.
Now, how would you assess the Nigerian economy as it slips into another recession?
Okay. The economy, as we all know, cannot be better than it is. And that is because even before the COVID came, we were not doing too well. But of course, because of the resilience of the Nigerian people, we've been trying to make do and better what we have. And so, of course, added to the COVID thing that came, we also had the NSAS thing, that even though a positive thing, we also saw how it went. And so we are going into a recession the second time, and we hope again that we fall back on the resilience of Nigerians to pull us out. This is not the first time that we are going into a recession. And the way we came out is the way we came out the last time. We hope that we'll get back very fast.
How will you then assess the challenges imposed by this recession on the government's efforts to achieve growth projections in 2020?
Well, the government, of course, I don't think that this interview is about really talking about what government has done, because some of us feel strongly that government should have done some other things before now. But we let that one slide and hope that we have all learned, both government and their people. And like I keep saying, the Nigerian is a strong person. And that is why with very minimal government support, we have been able to do a whole lot. I hope that now that government has learned a few things, that if government now brings some support to the economy will then begin to pick up very fast.
What would you say are your assessments of the marketing and advertising subsector as regards the national economy?
Well, I am a strong follower of the likes of Bismarck, because I listen to him a lot. And also the young man that analyzes in channels every Sunday, Babajide Ogunsowo, I think. And from what they paint, it's obvious that we need to tighten our belts a little bit more. And like I alluded earlier on, COVID-19 did not help us. And like I also said, the NSAS protests that started well, that meant well for this country. In any case, even with the disruptions that followed, some of us feel that the lessons that we have learned is something that we need to pull us through. We need to start doing things right.
And what would you say are some of the implications of the current recession on the marketing and advertising sectors?
Well, as you know, when the economy is this challenged, one of the first things that go is the advertising, marketing and advertising budgets. Because again, the government, the various companies want to survive. What I have told my colleagues in the industry is that if we survive this year, that we have made all the profits. And so we know that it can only be good for us if it is good for our clients. And we also know that the clients are actually trying to put, even with the recent increases in the electricity bill and fuel, it cannot be good for any of us. But I have faith in the Nigerian people. And I believe that the faith that we have in them is what we see all of us through.
How would you say the current recession is impacting on the marketing and advertising subsector for the year 2020?
Well, for us, in our sector of the advertising industry, we are even seeing a little bit of light now. And that is because the kind of service that we offer is such that, because Nigerians are always very mobile and they are always outside, our clients believe that they need our services for them to even do the little that they're doing within the economy. And so the period that we suffered most was that COVID period where we had a lockdown. And so since we were allowed to get out, our clients also struggle to be on our platforms as a way of also coming back in their business, because it's like a chain reaction. If people see their products, with the little they have, they want to buy. And when they buy, they also want to produce more. And so after the lifting of the lockdown, we started having some exposure on our platforms. So I think that the last quarter is better than the second quarter, for instance. And we hope that even though we are going into recession, some economists believe that when you go into a recession, you should spend yourself out of it. And we hope that government will then help the various manufacturing outfits to be able to produce someone, so that, like I said, the chain reaction will help us. If they produce and we help them sell, they're able to produce more and we sell more and all. And the economy gradually will come back.
What about its impact on advertisers?
I think there is a reduction. In fact, those of us in my sector of the industry had to offer our own palliative, because we felt for the advertisers, and we know that it has not been easy for them. So the members of my industry offered them a 25% discount from May to end of September as a way of feeling for them, empathizing. And I think that the savings they made also made them to come out a bit stronger in the last quarter, in the second and the last quarter.
So it means that the projection for last year was higher than that of this year, and you didn't get as much as you did this year as compared to last year.
Well, this year we will know at the end of the year, but last year, quoting media facts, we did 21.9 billion. I expect that we are going to do something less, but until the year ends, we will not be in a position to say clearly what we have done. So this answer will be for first quarter next year.
Now, talking about government policies and regulations, would you say that they are favorable to the industry?
Well, it has not been too favorable. But like I also say to my colleagues, that we will continue to engage government, because we are out there and we need government support. We have two levels of regulation. We have from APCON, who regulates advertising practice, and we also now have the state signage agencies. Most of them borrowed from Lagos. And we're engaging them because we feel that they are there because of us. If we're out of business, they won't be there. And what we are doing is to get them to see reason why they should do a little bit, they should change the way they relate with us. And we're making some progress. We're making some progress. Again, I think that it's also important to say that we are appreciative of what they did for us during the COVID era too, because they also gave us their own palliative. At least Most of them gave us 25% discount. It's just that, like the green gift, they also tied it with payment of some old debts. And so for you to access the palliative, you have to clear the old debts, and that is where the issue is. One of our issues with the regulator is the issue that has to do with charging on vacant boards. Now, vacant boards are boards that are not occupied, and we feel strongly that it is not right to charge on those sites, because the argument has been, where do we expect, how do you then get money to pay them? So we've been talking to them about it and hope that we will get an agreement very soon that we can implement. Before the present management of LASA came on board, we had an agreement with the last management that for vacant sites, they now have seen reason to say that we can only then pay 20%, but that regime has not started. And we are hoping that that regime will start.
It's insightful, it's exciting, it's enriching. It's Marketing Edge on TV, a half-hour TV show on the business of brand management and the management of brand business. Marketing Edge on TV is a potpourri of juicy and exclusive industry news on brands, advertising, media, PR, brand and focus, industry conversation, and the entire gamut of integrated marketing communications business. It's a business show with glamour and grandeur. We serve you hot and sizzling with all ingredients in the mix. Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand ideal.
And that has been our package on Marketing Edge on TV for this week. Be sure to join us next week when we bring you more on our brand news, branding focus, industry conversation. My name is Dele Agadumo. Merry Christmas.